Hi, hello folks. Just wanted to do a quick review of Batman vs Superman. Uh, and no, this isn't going to be all doom and gloom. Um, I actually think the critics were very, very harsh on that film. It is I'll say this right at the beginning. It is in no way a good film, but the way the critics panned it, there was really no need for that. I really do feel sorry for Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill and everyone who was in that film because it deserved a bit more praise than what it actually got. Um, I'm agreeing with everyone else. Batman's sequences were. Oh, yeah, this is going to be spoilery, so if you don't want to know nothing about the film, I'd stop watching now because that's as far as I go without spoiling stuff. Um, yeah, right. The Batman bits of the film were good. They were probably like some of the best bits. I'll agree with that with everyone else who's said that. Um, Now, I'm a comic book fan. I love my comic books. I hate um, comic book films that go against a lot of the things that I hold dear to the specific person in the comic. Um, Now, a lot of I'm not like totally nerdy or totally geeky on them, but I know my stuff when it generally comes to comics. Now, there's a lot of people moaning about Batman using guns in this film and him killing people, which I'm going to say now, it's bollocks. He, I say, in a dream sequence, so not even in a real part, yeah, like not even in real life, like where he has a dream sequence of the future, where Superman's gone rogue. Um, he is forced to use guns there. He literally has no other choice but to use the guns to protect himself. Otherwise, he doesn't get out of the situation, but he's hoping that he will get out of the situation, and using the guns there is the only way he can actually get out. He's got no choice. And also, it's a future mad Superman as well. It's someone who's had to go against everything he holds dear to get to that point. You know. Um, Sorry, I have a shadow on myself here because I got a spotlight on so you can see me better. Um, yeah, so he's had to use guns, and then there's a second fight towards the end of the film where yeah, people die and like people get shot, but that's because of things he's doing. Not he's they die indirectly from him. That from stuff he's done, they die basically. Yeah, is one guy goes to like use a grenade on him. He throws another guy at him. Grenade goes wrong in his hand, blows the two guys up. Not really his fault. The grenade just went wrong in a guy's hand. Uh, so that's how that happens. The Superman bits, I really enjoyed the Superman bits as well. Uh, Whereas Man of Steel felt really, really like super CGI all the way through as well. This wasn't. Like usually Zack Snyder's like, oh look, there's a table there. That table would be better if it was a CGI table. And you got all the other like people working on film going, yeah, but if it's a CGI table, you have to like have CGI cups and everything all on it. And Zack Snyder's like, yeah, you know. But this wasn't actually too bad. I wasn't a huge fan of Lex Luthor, and I'll get to a few of my nitpick things in a minute. Um, Wonder Woman wasn't too bad as well. Not sure how she's going to hold up in a film on her own. She was good in the part she was in here, and my god, her theme tune is absolutely amazing. I've got to go with everyone else on that as well. The big thundering kettle drums with the electric guitar. Oh, that that made like shivers go up my spine when she popped up like to that. Um, it's nicely set up to have Batman go against Superman because things are set up for it to happen. But that in itself brings me to my nitpicks now. I know Lex Luthor is intelligent and everything and all that, but he seems to know from the beginning that Superman is Clark Kent because I was having this argument with my friend when well, not really an argument, like just because I said, "Oh, how did he know that Clark Kent was Superman?" And he's like, "Oh, because of the Kryptonian ship." No, because right from the beginning it's set up. Right from the very beginning, everything in this movie is set up by Lex Luthor, and he knows that Superman is going to go rescue Lois from the desert where she is, and it's like I said, it's set up from there. Um, I enjoyed the first 2/3 to 3/4 of the film. That I was all set up. I was all brilliant. I even enjoyed the fight between Superman and Batman. That wasn't over the top CGI. There was like some real good things, and I loved the part where the kryptonite, because Batman uses kryptonite gas to like weaken Superman so he can actually fight him. Um, there's a weird like montage of Batman training as well, getting his muscle mass up to fight, which no matter how strong you make yourself as a human, that ain't cutting no cheese with Superman. I mean, that's like, I don't know, I can't think of a comparison. Like a limp noodle fighting a brittle noodle, one that hasn't been soaked in water yet. There's not a lot of difference. They're both going to break as easy as the other one. Um, yeah. So, like I said, the fight is good. The armor like protects him to a certain degree. As Superman starts getting his powers back, it's funny because he starts punching him, and you can see his punches not working as good. He manages to get hold of kryptonite as well and make a kryptonite spear, which he intends to use on Superman. But this is another one of my gripes. Not a lot of people know this, but Batman's mother was also called Martha. Yeah. Um, of course I knew it. Comic book fan. My friend didn't. Um, but even like not knowing or knowing doesn't really stop the fact that Lex Luthor has got his mother. Has got Clark's mother, and that's why he makes uh, Superman go to kill Batman. Um, he threatens him with his mother and gives him an hour to do it as well. Gives Superman an hour to go and kill Batman, um, which I'll come to another one of my gripes in a minute. So he's like, "Oh, save Martha at least," or something along those lines. And Batman's like, "Why did you say Martha? Why did you say Martha? It's my mum's name." And of course, Lois Lane comes running in because she's like managed to get over to where everything's happening, and she's like, "It's his mother." And suddenly, all of a sudden, Batman's like, "Oh, all right then, we're best of friends now." Um, yeah, 'cause your was named the same as my mum. I'm now gonna go rescue your mum while you go see what's happening at this spaceship that Lex Luthor is in. And that's kind of where the film starts going downhill. As soon as Lex Luthor enters the spaceship, you can see where the film starts to go lull down because it really doesn't make much sense. Some of the things from that point on. Um, yeah. So why Clark didn't just use his super hearing to find out where his mother was, given an hour to do it, and go rescue his mum. Much easier than Batman can actually do it. I don't know. There's another part in the film where they're fighting Doomsday now. Like Doomsday, pops up. They're all fighting him, and Superman Doomsday getting nuked in outer space, and Superman's all dehydrated up in space, but he gets the sun on him and regenerates and comes back down. But yeah, Doomsday from that point, from the nuke, lands on Rikers Island. Batman then goes, "Oh, I need to get into Gotham where I've got the spear." From that point, we know that the Batwing, or whatever it's called in this film, can actually be radio controlled by Alfred. Why he didn't just jump out and go get the spear, because Gotham is apparently just across the water from Metropolis. Why he didn't jump out and just go get the spear and come back, I don't know. No, he's like, no, I will lead this big, giant, destructive creature to Gotham and possibly risk lots of lives. Even Wonder Woman says to him, "Why did you bring her here?" So yeah, I like the way they explain Doomsday in it. Why he keeps changing, that he's absorbing power. But as a comic book fan, you know that Doomsday, every time he gets beat, he evolves. He evolves to not be beat the way he was before. So you've got to come up with new ways of beating him all the time. In this film, he just absorbs power and seems to mutate a lot. Yeah, so everything comes to a crescendo at the end. Superman uses the kryptonite spear. Why he didn't just throw the kryptonite spear to Wonder Woman to finish the creature off, I don't know. No, it's like, oh, I will weaken myself with the kryptonite spear, go towards Doomsday, and Doomsday, of course, kills Superman. Lots of other guff starts happening. At the end of the film, Superman's casket has some earth thrown on it, and that earth starts to slowly rise off the casket. End of film. Everyone else's camo felt really shoehorned in. I mean, it's like, oh, Lex has got all these files on other metahumans. Let's have a quick look at all the videos. What I will say is Batman vs Superman was a decent build-up for two superheroes. It was it was a half decent trailer for a Wonder Woman film, and a very quick glimpse of what is to come in the Justice League films. Of course, Batman's going to go find these other people. Future-wise, I can see them possibly going the route of Death and Return of Superman. Possibly that's how they'll get in touch with Star Labs. That they'll have something to do with making the black and silver UV suit that helps him regain his powers. But I don't know. That's about the only way I can see them doing that. Otherwise, all in all, I think this film deserves about a 3.5 out of 5, and a strong 3.5. If you like comic book stuff, you're pretty much set to like most of this film. I like comic book stuff, and I enjoyed this film. I went in thinking, oh god, all these reviews I've read, massive plot holes, blah 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 blah, and it wasn't half as bad as what everyone said. Yeah, it's just so I was just looking to see if I was blocking the microphone. I've done that a few times with this. Yeah, so seriously, give it a go, because otherwise, the DC universe, and if you prefer the DC universe to Marvel, if this film doesn't do well, I can't see them continuously making films like the Marvel Universe does. So yeah, this has been me, Mr. Munch. This has been my review for Batman vs Superman. I say go give her a go. Don't don't let things that you've read mar you on your choice to go watch a film. And I can usually I do. Usually it's like if the critics have said something bad, I mean, and panned a film as bad as they've panned this one, I wouldn't have gone and watched it. It was literally only that we all felt like going to watch it just to see if it was actually as bad as what they said it was going to be, and it wasn't. So go and give it a go, seriously. And this is going to be a time that I say I'm not going to trust the critics 100% anymore. I really am not. It's me, Mr. Munch, on my film review. Over and out.